advise you not to meet your heroes. The reality might just not live up to expectations. But with a super technical new breed of supercar arriving in the shape of the Ferrari Enzo, McLaren P1 and even the hybrid Porsche 918 Spider, we couldn't resist adding one of the all-time greats of the supercar breed, the Porsche Carrera GT, to our list of hero cars met.
The Carrera GT is 8 years old. Now when it was released, it was the fastest and most expensive Porsche ever. Now actually, it still has the latter honour, but a 911 Turbo S of today would be substantially quicker to 60 and wouldn't be far behind at 100 either. And do you know what? I have never cared less about any statistic in my life because this is just exquisite. Would you just listen to it? The Carrera GT brought a lot of racing technology to the road. That's what made it so exceptional. It was the first car with a carbon ceramic clutch. It's got a carbon fibre chassis and the 5.7 litre 603 brake horsepower V10 is also derived from a Le Mans racer, which might explain why it feels like I'm driving a leather-clad race car. It's just unbelievable, the noise. And the amount of feedback through the pedals and the steering is just fantastic. It's really alive. There is no inertia to the engine at all. It's just relentless, and it builds revs so quickly. It's actually quite difficult to heel and toe, not only because the clutch is pretty tricky, but also because the engine drops its revs so quickly. But, oh man, when it picks up, it's just amazing. And I'm sort of trying not to fall back on some sort of awful cliche, but I'm really struggling to find a word that feels original enough to describe this car, because it's so far from a 911, it's unbelievable. I mean, it really, really feels, it's a proper supercar, that it has all the feel of a race car. It's got that slightly kind of spine-tingling intimidation that you get with a supercar, but there's so much feedback that it's just beautiful to drive. It's just an astonishing car. I don't think I've ever experienced anything like it. And I mean, I've been lucky enough to drive the most modern of supercars. It's not nostalgia either. The Carrera GT feels modern. It feels completely of the 21st century. It really does. I mean, it feels so up to date. You don't feel like you're driving an old car. Okay, so the clutch is a bit heavy. Maybe it's a bit prone to understeer if you don't drive it properly. But you get it right and my God, it just sings. It really does. The Porsche Carrera GT costs £300,000 when new. And today, it'll cost you £300,000. That's 3 brand new 911 turbos. And you know what? Anybody with a pulse can see why it's worth that much. It is totally unique, utterly intoxicating, and it's a real thoroughbred supercar. And it really deserves its status as an iconic car.